So we're at Superbooth 2018 with Earthquaker devices. This is some gorgeous flanging drones on the new Pyramids pedal. Before we jump into the pedal, what's running into the pedal?
So right now we have a drone going on from this Eurorack system. I believe the main element of the drone is the make noise sound hack teleharmonic, but I didn't set up the patch, so there's stuff going on that I don't know about.
So droning Euro oscillators.
It's a simple patch with a lot of modulation, yeah.
Yeah. And then the flanging over the top.
And then the flangings, yeah, we're using to kind of give it a little bit of extra stand out.
Well, let's check out the pedal.
So it's a stereo flanger. It's got 8 different modes. It's got a classic flange mode that gives you like your classic stomp box ADA style flange. It's got a through zero mode. It's got barber pole up and down modes for a shepherd tone, kind of rising pitch or falling pitch without the turnaround at the end. There's 2 triggered modes, which you can derive. There's a comparator on the input that derives a trigger from it, or you can trigger it manually. So let me show you that. So it gets some resonance so you can hear it a little better. So that triggers the sweep.
The dynamic input, that's going to respond really well to the playing coming in.
Correct, and the pedal is stereo, so it derives the comparator, the trigger from the left input. So what you could do is you could run a synthesizer into the right input and output and just hear the flanger on the synthesizer, but you could run a drum machine into the left input to trigger the synthesizer, kind of a side chaining style thing. And then there's also these 2 stepped modes. There's step and random step, and that gives a nice little...
All those steps that sound like pitch changes are just the flanger.
Correct, yeah. The more resonant it is, the more it affects the pitch. So with the feedback control is bipolar, and there's a center detent at 0, so we have no feedback going on right now. If you turn to the left, you get negative feedback.
It really lends itself to oscillators and drones and synthesized tones.
Yeah, and you don't have to do it super crazy like that. You can scale it back a little bit and just get like a nice complementary pitch.
Sounds like it's part of the modular patch as opposed to an external effect.
Yeah, it does mix really well. And then the feedback goes into positive feedback on the right, which is a little more pronounced and less hollow sounding. And you get more of a pitch change when you get extreme on there. So, and then we have an expression pedal input that controls the manual flange delay time that you can use an expression pedal or an external control voltage with.
And does that override the internal LFO or stepping, or does it mix with?
No, it mixes. Well, it just changes the actual delay time, but then you can still sweep it with the modulation.
You can double up the modulation if you wish.
Yeah, the width just depends. Like this is the modulation depth, so with that down, you don't get anything, and you can just do manual flange with that. And then as you turn up the width, you start getting the modulation from whatever mode you're in. There's a 3-way rate switch for how fast. We have tap tempo on this, so when it's in the middle, it taps 1-to-1. When you're on the left, it goes really slow, and this can go glacially slow. It can go real fast too. Another thing that's new for us is we have presets on this one. So not only does it have tap tempo, but you can save presets. Right now we're in live mode where it's what you see is what you get. However, you can change to a different preset and hold down the 2 buttons, and then it will save that as a preset. And now that's that preset 1. So very easy to use preset system, and that's totally new for us.
Brilliant. Are these out now? What are they retailing for?
Now, it came out yesterday. It retails at $229.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.